What's going on, people? It's Freedom Mouth Productions coming at you live. And, well, not live, but coming at you anyway. We're finna talk about the Peter and Wendy movie I just watched. It just came out. It was on Disney Plus. I hear some people like it. I hear some people don't. I know it's a big controversy about it because I think they race swapped Tinkerbell for what's her name, Yara Shahidi. I think that's her name. I really don't care about the race swapping Tinkerbell. Tinkerbell's never been like a real big focus on Peter Pan like that anyway. I don't think it's a big deal. She's a fairy. Does the color really matter? For me, it doesn't. I guess some people, they right away, as soon as they found that out, they tried to put the woke thing on her. And and anyway, I don't believe in the woke crap because, for one, woke is not what a lot of people think it means. Woke is like, woke has become anything that people want it to be now. Whenever people have a problem with anything, they just say it's woke, which is kind of stupid. And no one can give a real definition for it because nobody knows the real definition for it. They just took something like a black slang word that black people use that we used to say to each other about saying, are you conscious of who you are? Like, oh, you're woke. That's all it means. Now, it's for anything in movies or something they don't like in entertainment or social media or something. It's weird. But anyway, get past the Tinkerbell, and I guess I don't know about the main character who played Peter Pan. I don't know if he's race swapped or not. I'm not sure his race or whatever, but I think some people had a problem with that too. But as far as the movie go, the movie is kind of, the beginning of the movie is almost like beat for beat for the cartoon movie, the original Disney Peter Pan. It's kind of beat for beat from the beginning. In the beginning of the movie, it's sort of like that, you know. He's chasing his shadow. Him and Tinkerbell's gonna take Wendy and her brothers, gonna fly them off to Neverland, and all that part is pretty good. I actually liked it. I thought the special effects were cool. I actually liked it. The beginning of the movie wasn't bad, and the kid who plays Peter Pan, what's his name? His name is Alexander Maloney. I thought he was a good Peter Pan. Like, it was believable. I thought it was a good Peter Pan. And the thing about them race swapping Peter Pan, I don't think it's a problem because, like, Peter Pan, like, I think like in the original play, when they always played by a female, played by a woman, and they gender swapped him. So race swap is not a big deal. It's Peter Pan, and there's like a million different Peter Pan stories, so it's not that big of a deal. You could just go back and watch a better movie. Which this movie, we'll get there. We'll get to that, how I feel about this movie. But it's not a big deal. But I really liked, I thought the guy who played Peter did a good job. I thought he did a good job. I actually thought, who else? Jude Law was okay. He played Captain Hook. I think Jude Law was okay. But I like Mr. Smee. He was alright too. What's his name? Jim Gaffigan? I think that's his name. He was pretty cool. Some things I thought was kind of weird was and I liked Tiger Lily, and I'm glad they introduced Tiger Lily in the movie because like a lot of different variations of Peter Pan, you usually don't see Tiger Lily. I think she was in the Saturday morning cartoon, and I think she was in the original movie, and I think they had her in the cartoon series for a while. But all the other little variations of like shows and movies, you don't see Tiger Lily, you know. And I'm glad they introduced her in the Native American tribe that lives on Neverland. And her character was badass actually. She knew how to fight. She had like the little axe and stuff. She was kicking ass. It kind of reminded me of the little Native American chick from Prey, the new Predator movie. She was kicking ass. Matter of fact, the movie should have been about her actually. Forget Peter Pan. Put Tiger Lily there. I want to see what's up with that Indian tribe. What's up with this Native American tribe? What's up with that? I want to see what's up with them. I want to know how they got to Neverland. Like, how did they get there, and what's up with their tribe, and why is it that their tribe can age? Because there's old people in her tribe. Because they showed old people in her tribe. So why can't Tiger Lily, how can her people age when nobody's supposed to age on Neverland? And they really never explained how Hook aged. Hook says that he left, that he was a lost boy. He left, aged, and came back, but he almost drowned. I thought he just left Lost Boys, but he stayed in Neverland. Or did he actually leave Neverland, went to the real world to go see his mom, and then found a way back without the little fairy dust to help him fly? I don't know, man. I'm probably putting too much thought into it for a Peter Pan movie. I don't think it's that deep, but yeah. I would rather see more about the Native American tribe, tell the truth, than Peter Pan and the Lost Boys. And in the Lost Boys too, I think they made him a little too young. It was a little too childish. Some of the stuff they did in the movie was so unbelievable and so stupid. Like, that's another thing about this movie. They have serious moments at some point. At some point, the crocodile is actually eating people. They show the crocodile actually eating pirates and killing them. I'm like, damn, this supposed to be a kids movie. They show this crocodile ripping people up. But then at the next moment, you got pirates fighting over teddy bears with like a 4-year-old and getting beat up and outwitted by like 6-year-olds. They're having sword fights with kids and losing. I'm like, what's going on here? You got Captain Hook literally slicing Peter's chest open and trying to kill him with his hook, trying to murder children, to getting bested by, I don't know, how old is Wendy? Like 11, 12? I don't know how old she is in this movie. It's just weird. It's just really weird. Like, you can go from serious moments to moments that are so childlike that it seems like you're watching like a PG, not even PG rated movie. Just like you watching a little kid show or something. You know, it's just weird how the pacing of the show just changes. I don't know, the movie pacing of the movie just changed so quick. But the movie really started to fall apart towards the end, like the big battle on the ship and the ship's flying. That part was just so bad to me, man. Like, I didn't want to see little kids sword fighting pirates. It was just bad. It was just bad, and none of it really made sense. The thing too that I thought was interesting was they tried to give a backstory to Captain Hook. The whole thing about him and Peter being best friends, and how Peter turned his back on him and banished him because he said he missed his mother. And then did Peter banish him to die? I don't know. It's just kind of weird. But I would like to see the backstory of Hook. Like, if we're going to do a Peter Pan movie, let's do something different. That's why I love the movie Hook. You know, bring Rufio back. Why can't they make Rufio a stable in the Peter Pan lore? Rufio was that guy, man. He was the dude, man. Hook's still like my favorite Peter Pan movie, Peter Pan anything. Rufio was the man. Bring back Rufio, man. And bring back older Lost Boys. Like, they were like teenagers. I think that's better than having like, I could believe teenagers at least fighting pirates, but 6-year-olds and no, I don't want to see that. That's weird. That's weird. You know what's weird too? They killed Rufio and Hook, man. I still can't believe that, man. Bring Rufio back, man. They brought Peter back from the dead. That's another thing. Peter supposedly died at one point. Hook cuts him and he falls, he doesn't go get the body. He doesn't even see if Peter's like really dead. He just watched Peter fall from the little top of the little staircase, and he just walks away. Yeah, the kid you've been trying to kill for the past no telling how many years, the one that you said you can't stand, who ruined your life and almost killed you when he banished you. Yeah, you just cut him, he falls, and you just walk away. You're not going to feed his body to the crocodile like you did your hand. He cut your hand off and fed it to the crocodile. Nope. I'm just going to walk away. Makes sense. Yeah. And then another thing too is, why can't none of the Lost Boys fly? Like, why is just Peter could fly, and then eventually Wendy at the end? Like, why can't Tinkerbell give all the little kids fairy dust so they could fly? I mean, I think that'd be really helpful if you're fighting pirates, especially if you're a freaking child. You know, being flying would really help. But I'd rather see if they ever do another Peter Pan movie, please make it about the Native American tribe people. I want to see Tiger Lily. I want to see about that. Or give us like a young Hook. Give us a good backstory on Hook. That's what I want to see. I want to see a good backstory on the pirates and on Hook and Tiger Lily and her tribe. That's what I want to see. I want to explore other parts of Neverland. You know, the Lost Boys and Peter. Tired of that. I'm moving the camera. I want to see other parts. But the character who played Wendy, what's her name? Gabo Anderson. She played Wendy. She was alright. I ain't gonna lie, the Wendy character was kind of annoying to me. She was kind of annoying. I mean, the actress was fine though, but I think the writing for the character was kind of annoying. And there was a scene that I was just like, oh my god. It was a scene to where Captain Hook makes her walk the plank, and they throw her off the boat. She walks the plank, and they're waiting to hear a splash of water to make her fall into the water and drown or whatever. But Tinkerbell gives her some fairy dust to make her fly. And Captain Hook, he's like, oh, I don't hear a splash. So he looks over the boat to see if he can see her. And then Wendy comes up and she's flying. And Captain Hook is like, oh, you have the boy's power. And she was like, what did she say? This is no boy's power. Or this is no power of a boy. Or something like that. You know, trying to say girl power, I guess. It was kind of corny. I was just like, what's going on? What's really going on here? And Peter finally apologizes to Hook. And you'll think that maybe Hook's going to have a change of heart. Which would be kind of weird since he's been trying to kill kids. There's no going back from that. But they try to give us a moment where we think it's going to be some kind of redemption for Hook. No. They pretty much tried to murder him. Flip the boat upside down. Throw him from the boat. And then when they think they killed him, everybody feels sad that they think Hook is dead. I'm like, that's your whole point. You was trying to kill him. You've been trying to kill him. Like, what kind of games do you guys playing here? This movie. But before I tell you if I think this movie is good or not, the ending. We got to talk about the ending. Wendy wants to go home. She wants to grow up. She tries to convince Peter that, you know, you should come back and you should grow up too, because that could be the biggest adventure of all, is growing up. Because Peter Pan is all about adventures. He's all about going out, being a kid, and having adventures. Even death. He even thinks death is an adventure. He even told Hook at one point, he was like, go ahead and kill me, because death would be another great adventure for me, or something like that. But you're scared to grow up. Okay. And she tried to convince him that growing up can be an adventure, but he tells her that his mom has already passed away. Ain't no telling how long he's been on Neverland. And ain't no telling how long the Lost Boys decided to go home because they missed their parents too. Ain't no telling how long they've been gone. Like their parents probably did too. So is Wendy family just gonna adopt all these Lost Boys? Now I think about it, is this family's gonna adopt all these Lost Boys in what is it, like the early 1900s London? You got little Asian kids, little black kids. One of the kids had Down syndrome, I think. You got all these different kids, and these little London families finna adopt all these children? I don't think so. In early 19. Well, what year is this supposed to be? Is this supposed to be like the early 1900s? I don't even know. But that'd be funny. That's oh boy. I feel bad for the Lost Boys. They just don't know where they should have stayed in Neverland. They just don't know what they got themselves into, especially little black kids. Oh boy. But yeah, Peter, he decides not to stay, and he leaves. And it turns out that the house Wendy lives in used to be Peter's old home, and every once in a while he goes back to that house because, you know, that's his home where his mom used to stay, and I guess he goes every once in a while, you know, in memory of his parents or his mom, and he has his name carved into the chimney bricks on top of the building, and that's when he leaves Wendy. He leaves Wendy while she's standing on top of the building, and he takes Captain Hook's ship, and him and Tinkerbell finally fly back to Neverland. So Peter's gonna stay a child, but this time he's gonna be alone. There's no more Lost Boys. I guess he still has Tiger Lily, but that's it. And he goes back, and at the end, I guess Hook is still alive. Him and Smee, they're still alive, and they kind of look at each other like, haha, the adventure's back on. So like, so are they gonna try to kill each other again in the morning? Fuck. What happened to all the other pirates? They all just died. Peter killed all these other pirates because they wasn't around. It was just Captain Hook and Smee. So yeah, they killed those people, and they don't care. That's hardcore. Yeah. Where to go, Disney? Teach the kids not to grow up and to murder people. What the hell? Oh, but let's talk about before we go. Let's talk about Tinkerbell. Yara Shahidi character. The special effects on her was terrible, man. I don't know what the hell they were doing with her character. Her head looked way bigger than her body. Her head was like so big. Her body looked so small. It looked weird. Like every time they show her on camera, it did not look right. I'm sorry, I don't know what the hell kind of special effects they used. It just didn't look weird. I mean, it just didn't look right. It looked weird. Whenever she was on camera, I'm like, why she look so weird? Am I the only one who noticed that? Like, look at her character, Tinkerbell. Whenever she was on camera, it just looked weird. I don't know what the hell they were doing. Or why she looked like that. She did not look good, man. She did not look good, man. I don't know. Overall, I thought the beginning of the movie was good. I actually liked the songs that the Pirates were singing. Yo, the Pirates had a couple of songs they sang, which was actually pretty lit. I ain't gonna lie. The Pirates got some flow, man. They were sitting there pretty much rapping. I like the little pirate songs, but overall, man, I give this movie. This movie's like a D plus, C minus, somewhere around there. maybe a D plus. If you're a little kid, you'll probably like it. I'm an adult, you know. I didn't expect much from Peter Pan or whatever, but still, yeah, yeah. It was something. It was something, but you know, you guys let me know what you think. Um, Especially about Tinkerbell. Was the special effects bad, or was it just me, or did she really look weird? It just didn't look right. And would you rather see a Peter Pan movie where Peter Pan's not the main character, but maybe Captain Hook or Tiger Lily and her Native American tribe? That's what I want to see. I want to see that. Let's explore more of Neverland, or make Neverland the main character. Like just everything on the island the character. You know, bring the island to life, something like that, and let Peter Pan and the Lost Boys just go somewhere. Or you know what I'm saying, or make a Rufio movie. Hell, just bring Rufio, make Rufio movie. Let's see the beginning of Rufio or something. I like to see that. But anyway, that's all I got. This is my review for Peter Pan and Wendy. All right, this is Freedom Mouth Productions. I'm out. Peace.